Okay, so it's been 2 days since season 2 of Hazmotel finished, but I'm only getting to record the review now. So I might have forgotten a couple of things, but that's just how my brain works. But today, I'm reviewing Hazbin Hotel Season 2. Okay, so right off the bat, I just need to start with the trailer. I don't usually do that, but my god, they revealed way too much in the trailer. Way too much. Way too much. Like, if you didn't watch the trailer for spoilers, then you probably did the right thing because, oh my god, that was just... You basically knew everything that was going to happen in Season 2, basically. Like, there were still some surprises, but yeah, that was too much revealed. Way too much. Way too much. I don't know what you were thinking with that, but yeah, I just had to start off of the bat there. Okay, so, the first episode was kind of annoying, actually, because, the V's are the main villain this season, in case you forgot who they are. And there's a joke with them. I really don't like it. It actually makes me really icky. So, the joke is basically Vox telling Val and Vel off for, like, what they did in season 1, which was barely anything, but still. But, yeah, he's telling Vel off for, talking bad to Carmilla at the Overlord's, meeting. And then he's telling Val off for hitting Angel Dust in public. And the joke is that Val doesn't see what he does is wrong, so he's like, when did I hit Angel Dust? And then Vox plays a video of all the times he's hit Angel Dust, but it's playing funny music and funny sound effects, and I'm like, what? 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 Like, that is vile. Like, I understand that Vox is evil, and, like, he added the sound effects because of that, but, like, the joke is still for the audience's, like, benefit, so why would we find that funny? There were so many people defending that joke, and it was quite minging. Oh my god. I'm feeling like people are going to defend it in the comments, and there's no defending it. I'm sorry. If you defend the joke, I will delete your comment. So, yeah. Also, I'm going to talk about it later, but Vaggie is also going to change her name in this season, and I'm not going to reveal what her new name is yet. Just you wait. Just you wait what her new name is. Oh my god. It was so worth the whole wait and the whole arc. It totally was. Yeah, we'll get into that a little more later. Okay, so, like, I should quickly mention how, like, Charlie's Hotel is more successful, but for the wrong reasons, because people want to kill angels and not be redeemed. But, about Heaven now. Heaven is now in lockdown because of Penchess being in Heaven. If you remember the last season, he was the first ever sinner to be redeemed. So, yeah, they're gonna kill him, but then, I'm gonna talk about her a little more in a different video, but this Speaker of God shows up, and I love her so much. Oh my god. And she, like, we find out Pench's backstory and why he's in hell, and, he was not a bad person. He didn't belong in hell, so I'm glad that he was the first soul to be redeemed. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the Speaker of God a lot more later, but I would feel so safe with her. I really would. And I don't say that a lot about people. Also, this is a good time to say that just with these 2 episodes alone, the pacing was so much better than Season 1, because I think we all know by now that Season 1 was a bit rushed, and I don't blame Viv for that. I blame the executives for only giving her 8 episodes. And obviously this would have benefited with more episodes still, but I think they got the foot of 8 episodes better this time, in my opinion. So yeah, that one's a good one. I also want to say the animation is so much better than Season 1, because, like, a lot of people, including me, have compared the animation to Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss, but, like, it makes sense why the animation in Helluva Boss is better, because, like, they don't have a strict budget. They can go as hard as they want on the animation. But yeah, they went hard on the animation in Season 2 of Hazbin, and that makes me really happy. So yeah. We also find out that Rosie is the one that owns Al's soul, which I did not expect. I'm really glad it was not Lilith, because that would have been way too obvious, and it wouldn't have really made much sense. So yeah, Rosie's the one that made Alistair go into hiding when Lilith disappeared, but then when Charlie came back into the spotlight with the hotel, obviously that's when Rosie kind of brought Alistair back so that, like, she could get whatever she wants from the royal family, which we don't know yet, but we definitely 100% know that she had something to do with the royal family, the Morning Stars. But yeah, we just need to wait and see what that's about. But, the deal didn't go so well because, Alistair ended up, making a deal with Vox, to not harm Charlie, and then he'll be his pet, basically, because if you didn't know, Vox has a crush on Alistair, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. And yeah, though the deal was not to lay a hand on Charlie, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I should also mention that a lot of fans got annoyed with Charlie for, like, literally being in character. Like, Charlie has tunnel vision, and she doesn't listen to people when she's hyper-focused on her goals, and that's exactly what happened here, and people are saying that she's an awful character. It's like, do you guys not understand that characters aren't perfect? They're meant to be flawed? Like, I was so tempted to make a video like I did in my Via one, titled Charlie Did Nothing Wrong, but, like, the title would kind of be clickbait because she is in the wrong, which is literally the fucking point, by the way. And I also knew that the season wasn't finished anyway, so we had to wait. And what do you know? That was the whole point, because Vaggie had a crash out on her. So yeah, be quiet now. You wait for the season to finish. Have your opinion, obviously, but wait for the season to finish first before you, like, say that you hate her and are boycotting her now. Because that's not fair, alright? Like, it's not. So yeah, like I said, Vox has had a crush on Al, which makes so much sense why he hates him. So we see a flashback of, like, Vox trying to be friends with Alistair, and Alistair's like, oh, I don't have friends. You're so weak. You need other people. And that's why Vox hates him so much. So yeah. So we have to, like, I'll talk about it in a little bit, obviously, but I feel kind of bad for Vox now. Not that much, but, like, yeah. Here's another thing that fans weren't happy about, because, and me included, a lot of people were wondering why Lucifer couldn't, like, do anything more, because he's literally just in the hotel all day in his little pink house coat with his ducks, and it's like, you are the motherfucking king of hell. Your words, not mine. So why are you not stepping in to do something? And we have our answer. See, a lot of people seem to forget that Lucifer is also being punished by heaven, and his punishment is that he cannot harm the sinners. He has to be there with all the sinners. Like, he's their king, obviously, because he outranks them all as an archangel, but he also cannot hurt them. That is his punishment. So they can do whatever they want to him, but he can't do it back. That is, like, yeah. It was actually kind of foreshadowed as well, because at the end of season 1, he's just beating the shit out of Adam, and you can tell he is loving it. Like, he is getting out so much frustration right now. And then in the next episode, in season 2, episode 1, you can see that he's, like, trying to, like, hit Alistair, but he literally can't, so then he just throws a duck at him. So yeah, it was foreshadowed, but could it have been foreshadowed a bit better? Yeah. Could a lot of things have been foreshadowed better? Definitely. But I don't have a problem with this. I think it's pretty reasonable that Lucifer can't hurt sinners, because he is being punished as well. Can you please remember that? Stop trying to say it's bad writing, because it's not. You people are insufferable. Okay, I'm going to talk about Vox for a little bit. Oh, I don't know, should I say this? I'm going to say it. Vox was so hot this season, wow. I know that sounds weird, because he's literally a TV demon, but oh my god. Like, there were times where he felt like a certain someone, and sometimes when he, like, said similar things to that certain someone. If you've watched the season, you know exactly who I'm talking about, but I don't want to say his name on my channel, and I never will say his name on my channel, but, yeah, he literally said, make hell great again, so, there you go. And I can't say the word on YouTube, but he called himself, a word that a certain other someone called themselves, a certain someone from the 1940s, who has let's just say an iconic mustache, alright? Yeah. So I can't say that word, and I can't say his name or what they are, but hopefully you know what I'm alluding to. But that doesn't mean Vox wasn't hot, because he was. Also, it was revealed that Vox has been hypnotizing Angel Dust as a secret agent this whole time, which was actually foreshadowed in season 1, episode 4. During Poison, the song, at the very end, there's a clip when Angel looks down and sees Vox and Val, and, like, Vox looks at Angel really weird and then disappears. And then when it's revealed that he's been hypnotizing him, we see a flashback, and what do you know? It was that exact moment he was being hypnotized. I don't think he was being hypnotized from the very beginning, because, like, Vox didn't even know that Angel was there. He only really cared about it when he found out Alistair was there, so then that's when he started hypnotizing Angel Dust. So Angel's been the one that's told him everything about the hotel, and that's how he knows everything. So yeah, that was a good twist. It's one of those things that could have been foreshadowed better, though. There's also another little moment that was foreshadowed as well, though, when Charlie's trying to get him to be redeemed in front of Vox to prove that her hotel works. And Angel doesn't want to do it, and then you can quickly see that Vox is hypnotizing him right that second. So yeah, that was, yeah. It wasn't like, that was just a tiny moment though. So yeah, but that was kind of Vox's whole thing. He hypnotizes everyone. In fact, all of these hypnotize people. That's kind of how they're so rich and famous in hell. So yeah. I should also mention that he kidnapped Lucifer to power his angel weapon, because obviously if you're going to battle like heaven, then you need to battle, you know, you use an angel weapon. I don't know if I mentioned that actually. Yeah, Vox's whole goal is trying to take over heaven and hell and rule them both and be, you know, the supreme ruler of everything. So yeah, that's why he felt like a similar someone. Still not saying his name, but yeah, he shot the gates of heaven with his laser, so that was amazing. Although, there is one point he did that is pretty right, because the angels show up with gift baskets, by the way, saying like, oh, we're sorry for all the genocide that we've done. And Vox is like, you think that we're just gonna forgive you? just because you give us gift baskets? How dare you? And it's like, yeah, you do have a point there. I'll give you that one. And then the angels get mad and scared, but yeah, that was a bit like, come on now, you gave him that one. But also, while this is happening, Val and Vel are starting to see that he is an asshole and that he's using them. Because he keeps, like, manipulating them as well. He can't hypnotize them either because, I think it's because of Val's bad eyesight. That was, like, kind of what I guessed. And I don't know about Velvet. Maybe because she's always looking at her phone all the time. But either way, they're starting to see Vox for what he really is. They're still evil as well. But, yeah, I'll talk about it in a little bit, but they are not happy with Vox. Okay, I need to say this. There is, I wasn't going to talk about the songs because I'm saving the songs for their own video, but there's, I have to just mention this one song. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the song between Sarah and Pinchas, when she finally, like, accepts Pinchas as a member of heaven, and it just made me cry. I actually did. I full on cried. This is the first Hazbin Hotel song that actually got me to cry. Oh my god. It was so beautiful. It was, like, I got chills. I got chills at a lot of songs, but again, I'll talk about them more in a different video. I just wanted to quickly mention that song made me cry, really. Like, so Emily comes to Hell and helps Charlie, like, with her plan to, like, make a video of Pinchas in heaven so that everyone believes her and not Vox, because Vox is spreading misinformation about the hotel. So, yeah. Emily, it was good seeing Emily in Hell, so that was fun. When Vox's weapon malfunctions and then he starts using it to try and kill Alistair, Emily saves all the sinners of hell because they would have died from the angel, like, beam. So that, like, actually made hell see heaven differently. So that was good. They now see that the extermination was a mistake, all of them. Also, Alistair is now completely free of, like, most of his deals because his deal with Rosie was to be the most powerful demon in hell in exchange for, like, whatever she wants from the royal family. And then his deal with Vox, obviously. But he also had to deal with Charlie, where she had to do a favor for him at his choosing. So, she had to say that Vox was stronger than him, which would then break her deal with Alistair. And then that would break Alistair's deal with Rosie, since he's no longer the strongest demon in hell. And then, there's a quick moment when Vox puts his hand on Charlie's shoulder, and then that breaks his deal with Al, because he said, don't put your hands on her. But he thought that meant her. He didn't realize, and that was foreshadowed as well, because we see Vox do that to a bunch of people. So, yeah. He got him on a technicality there. That was really funny. I liked that. The battle between them was really awesome, though. Like, wow, that was a highlight this season. Vox was an awesome villain. Like, he is up there as one of the best animated villains ever. Like, oh my god. Like, we also saw his backstory and how he died and how he was a cult leader. And he has heterochromia as well, which was, I kind of figured that anyway, because of his, like, the rim around his eye is a different color. So I kind of figured that anyway. So, yeah. His death was so cool, though, and it parallels his hypnotizing powers, which is really cool as well, so yeah. Don't know why you had your meeting in an abandoned aquarium full of water when there's electrical stuff everywhere, because that's how they all died in his cult. Unless it was intentional, because cults do that sometimes. Yeah. But, yeah, I really love Vox as a villain. He's not as good as Bill Cipher. No one will ever beat Bill Cipher as the best animated villain of all time. But he is definitely, dare I say it, up there. Yeah, the finale song was really good as well, and everyone used, well, magic lasers, basically, to destroy the weapon. Actually, only all the powerful demons did, because there are some that didn't use a laser, because they don't have one. But it does make me think Nifty is an overlord, 100%, or at least an ex-overlord like Husk, because that didn't really make sense, so I hope that gets explained. I hope we see Nifty's, like, backstory at some point. Oh, Baxter. Forgot to mention him. And now Vox has lost everything. Like, the support of Val and Vel, the support of Hell, like, everything. Even his body, because he was about to blow Hell up, because at this point he doesn't care. He just wants to, his words, by the way, wipe that smug look off Alistair's face. And he started crying as well, which I really love that detail, by the way. And then Val and Vel are like, that's enough. And then Val just rips his head off. And now he's lost everything, including his body. So, Vox is now just a head. He literally is just a head, and that is so funny. That's kind of the fate he deserves, to be honest. And even Val and Vel helped destroy the weapon as well, which was quite nice. I don't think they intended it, but I think that's their first step in redeeming themselves. Definitely. I have no doubt that Vox is going to try and redeem himself in Season 3, because what else can he do at this point, you know? Viv's already said his story's not over, so we'll have to wait and see. And at the end, Pinchas was able to get a message into Hell, and now sinners know that redemption is possible, and now everyone's going to the hotel. And about Vaggy's name. Her name is Vaggy, without the E at the end. So it's Vaggi. You really made an arc about her choosing a new name, and that's what you come up with? Really? Oh my god, that was a waste of time. Let's just move on. Angel's also decided to just stay with Val and stay away from the hotel because he doesn't want to keep hurting people if he knows he's a spy now, and he thinks that he doesn't have a choice, and I can already tell that Angel Dust arc in Season 3 is going to hit me really hard. I'm not ready for that. And then the season ends with Charlie's mom picking up the phone. We don't know what she sounds like yet, we just hear like the phone vibrate. Charlie answers it. It's like, Mom? And then that's it. We'll have to wait for Season 3 to see what Lilith is like and why she's in heaven or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of it, really. I'm really glad I didn't go over 20 minutes. Let me know what you thought this season in the comments down below. Again, I probably did forget some stuff, but I would have recorded it as soon as I finished it, but I didn't have time to, so yeah. I'm literally recording this the day before it comes out, so I'm gonna feel like this video was rushed. But yeah, let me know if you liked the video. The video, yeah, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!